can't stand that person. I believe I'll get to know them a little bit better. Now, that seems really odd to say, but it's one of the best quotes that I've ever heard. You know, real life solutions to problems don't always make sense when you first think about it. But then when you really take in, you know, the solution to the problem and decide, you know, okay, I see the problem. Now I'm going to take care of it. Well, one of the best things about that quote is that, you know, we've all heard the quote, you know, keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. Well, one of the best things we can do with somebody that we don't like or somebody that's done us wrong is learn more about that person. So, real life example. You know, it's been a many a year since I was ever accused of anything, accused of a crime. I've only ever been accused of one crime, and that was, you know, distribution of drugs. And I done a long prison sentence for it, and I paid my crime back. I paid my debt to society. But, you know, as I started this little YouTube journey, uh, you know, I found out quick that, you know, you got a lot of fake people. You got a lot of fake profiles, and you got, most importantly, a lot of people that think there's something that they're not. And I recognize it right off the rip. You know, since I've been on this little journey, 99.9% of the people that I have ran into have just been nothing but good people to me. And, you know, there's that point one that we're all going to run into that, you know, it's just you're going to have to deal with that. So, you know, as I started this journey, you know, I got called out one time, and it was for something that I didn't do. And man, I can remember how angry I got immediately. Like, immediately. That would have been one of those moments in my life that, you know, I had to give myself that 5 to 10 second rule. Well, luckily, you know, just by circumstance, I had to type because I was called out, and the only way I could defend myself was to type. Well, during that 5 to 10 seconds, because I'm not a quick typer, I made my decision. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to say my apology, though I don't feel I owe one, and I'm going to move on. And I'm over it, and that's fine. So what I did was, instead of just never fooling with that particular person ever again, I went and watched every video that they've ever made that's still on their channel. Because chance favors the prepared mind. And knowing who you're dealing with and what the circumstance is your key to power. So, my encouragement to you is, when you feel wronged by somebody or you feel like you don't like someone, get to know them even better. Because you might find one of two things. You might find that, you know what, they probably aren't as bad as what you feel like they are, because when we're in our feelings, we take things a lot more seriously than we do after we give ourselves time to calm down. Or you might just learn about that person and understand where they're coming from. And that's basically where I landed with this. When someone has an identity that is wrapped around a public forum, then you have to realize that to them, for you to be in their public forum is for you to be under their power. And, you know, okay, I can get that. Whatever. It's their world. And as I've said before, with negative comments and with somewhere I don't want to be, on here especially, we have the power of delete, and we have the power to just flip and go on. But I choose to carry myself in a way where I'm going to prove those things wrong daily by just being me and knowing the situation for what it is. And that's what I encourage each and every one of you guys to realize, is that your real ticket to growth in anything is wrapped in you and you alone. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that you only work alone. I mean that your decision making on the way that you move forward and the way that you present yourself is on you. It's all on you. This is your platform. This is a direct reflection of who we are every time we hit record. For myself, I'm very confident in who I am. I'm a comedian, I'm a husband, I'm a dad, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a friend, and that's about it. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an Indian chief. Matter of fact, I'm an ex-felon that most people would probably not give the time of day. Does that matter? No, because the ones that matter to me are the ones that would give me the time of day. If I'm needing to know what time it is, I don't need to talk to somebody that won't give me the time of day. You pick up what I'm putting down? So, guys, as we move forward with this, I encourage you to practice this, because you're going to run into it on this. You're going to run into it. You're going to run into being accused or being, put in a position where you feel like you have to defend yourself. And instead of doing that, humble up, take whatever comes, and then you go educate yourself. You learn everything about that person that they are sharing, and then understand where they're coming from. Does it mean you're going to agree with what they did? No, because I still don't agree with what happened. I don't mind at all to ever have an issue with someone, but what I don't like is to be defenseless. And all of us run into that, and that sucks. But on here, your best bet is to just humble up and move on, because all you're doing by trying to comment to something like that or trying to respond to something like that is putting yourself in the same negative bubble, and it don't work. So just educate yourself, know what you're dealing with, and move forward from there. And just know that they're just one flip away, and they need to realize that the only reason that you were there was because you chose to not flip, because it is that easy. So, guys, I appreciate y'all being here. My name's Guy Bandy. This is Creating Change. Please like, subscribe, share. If you don't, I really don't care. I just appreciate y'all being here. Until next time, y'all take care. And don't forget, chance favors the prepared mind. Good vibes, guys.